Hello, my name is Joe Collins for Joe's A2 Film Productions, and today I will be discussing my inspirations for my music. The first music I'll be analysing is The Dark Knight. You see throughout the film that the music is one of the most integral reasons as to why the movie is a success. There are several scenes where the music plays a powerful role and really makes some scenes. It was made by Hans Zimmer, who has made several good music pieces. One particular scene that involves Two-Face, Batman, and Commissioner Gordon I feel is the most powerful, as when Two-Face is flipping the coin to decide whether to kill the little boy, the music becomes very sad and tense and is building up. It grips the audience and puts them on the edge of their seats as they await to see what the coin will do. As Two-Face flips the coin, you hear the music change very sharply as Batman tackles Two-Face and saves the boy. You can tell it is Batman as soon as the music comes on, as it is the same music as his general theme throughout the whole film. This inspired me because I want my music to really grip the audience and make them feel tense and guessing about what will happen next. I mean, obviously the music changes very sharply. At one point it's quite sad music as you think Two-Face is about to kill Commissioner Gordon's son, and you think that it's about to be a really horrible scene in the film, but then as the coin flips and the music immediately changes as the coin flips, and you can see that sort of Batman comes in, and that you just obviously immediately know it's going to be Batman, as like I said, it's sort of his general theme throughout the whole film. The music that comes on, it's sort of the same music that had been played for Batman throughout the whole film, so you can sort of tell that it is going to be Batman that sort of saved the day. I thought this music was obviously very good, as it sort of changes very quickly and really sort of gets the audience's attention and sort of really makes them feel very tense and keep them on the edge of their seat at all times throughout the scene. And that's what I kind of want to do with my music, is sort of keep the audience on the edge of their seat and sort of make them sort of very intrigued in the film as a result. The next piece of music that inspired me was from Mad Max Fury Road. This was also made by Hans Zimmer and uses a lot of powerful music throughout the film to grip the viewer and set the intensity for some scenes. There is one particular scene where Max and Furiosa are trying to escape from a group of bikers. At the start, you see that the music starts off fairly slow, but is slowly building up. As the scene progresses, the music becomes far more intense and suspense is being built throughout. When you see all of the stunts and explosions that happen, that is when the music is at its most intense and powerful. This music inspired me because I want my music to be quite intense like this one was, and show a good change in pace and maybe speed up at some parts, but then become slower at other parts. But as a whole, this music inspired me greatly, and would definitely be some elements I would include in my music, as the music sort of starts off very slow, and then you can sort of see it build up in suspense and tension, which I feel like is a really sort of integral piece of this music, as it sort of starts very sort of slow at the start, not really that up-tempo, but then when you get to sort of the middle of the scene, the music is very, very up-tempo, as it sort of fits in with the rest of what's happening around in the scene, like all the explosions, all of the stunts, and the music has to be sort of very up-tempo and exciting to sort of fit the scene as a whole and make it sort of and keep continuity within the scene with the music and all the explosions and stunts that are going on. And this music's very good, as it's sort of it's a good sort of change in pace, as it's sort of very slow and then it starts to get very quicker and really sort of gain intensity as a result. And this is why this music's very good, as it really sort of makes the scene in many ways. The next piece of music that inspired me was from Inglourious Basterds. This is a good piece of music, as in this particular scene, suspense is built very well. The scene involves the so-called Bear Jew and a Nazi soldier. After they try and interrogate him, and he says nothing, the American soldiers decide to kill him. When they call for the Bear Jew, there is excellent suspense being built throughout this scene. where the music uses different elements that are keeping the audience waiting, as they want the introduction of the Bear Jew. You also hear the banging of a bat in the tunnel, which actually adds to the music as it is in tune with it. When he comes out of the tunnel and is introduced, the music changes and becomes much more loud, and the audience finally get to see who it is. However, the suspense is still being built afterwards, as he is getting ready to hit someone round the head with a baseball bat. During this, the audience are waiting for him to get hit, and when he finally does, the music completely stops and is quite anticlimactic in a way. But the elements I would include from this piece of music is the fact that it builds suspense very well and keeps the audience on the edge of their seat at all times throughout. As when the Bear Jew is in the tunnel, you can hear sort of him banging the bat, and it takes him very long to actually get out of the tunnel and sort of see who he is. And then throughout this, it sort of, looks around, all the characters sort of looks at all their sort of facial expressions, and like they're sort of excited to see what's going to happen as well. So this sort of adds to the audience as well, as they're very excited to see what will happen. And the music as a whole really kind of fits well in the scene. And it's very good. I think this was actually the best piece of music that builds suspense, as the audience is sort of waiting for a while, and the music sort of, slowly gets quicker and more loud, and sort of, I think when he comes out of the tunnel, the music becomes very loud, of course. But then when he's sort of about to hit the Nazi with the bat, it gets even more loud, as it's sort of, like the whole scene is sort of building up to them killing the Nazi. But then in the end, the music just completely stops when he makes the first hit, and like I said, it's not really what you would have expected from the scene, as you would have thought the sort of music would have carried on as he was hitting him, but it literally just stops as soon as he makes contact with him. And it's a very intriguing part of the music as a whole. This has been my video on my music inspirations for my trailer. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.